Hello, sir.
Hey, Bri.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Working a lot. We missed last week again because we just couldn't get together. I was in Denver. Gorgeous. Denver's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing.
Never been to Colorado, one of the few states I've never been.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, slowly going across the country, drove to Denver, slowly going up. Next thing you know, you're in the Mile High City. You're like, wow. Very picturesque. Terrain is very different. The air, you definitely, because I was working there, you feel different. You feel like I've been there 4 times in the last 2 years working and breathing. You have to go slow. You have to acclimate. Definitely, you feel it. You feel a little bit different, like struggling sometimes if you're really physically exerting. And we were working up and down stairs, 3 flights of stairs.
Oh God,
so
yeah.
It was a rough. But I will say this about Denver: the surrounding area when you're in Denver, mountains everywhere, clouds. You feel like you're in the clouds. You're coming through the clouds. It's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah, and you feel like you literally are going through clouds.
Well, you could see the clouds like when you're coming into Denver. Let's just say you're traveling west into Denver on the main highway from Kansas. You could see like clouds. They're really just on the horizon, hiding the mountains. It's pretty awesome. And then when you finally actually get to Denver, you see, wow, it's kind of surrounded by mountains. You're pretty high up, but you don't feel like you're going up and down in the mountains yet. You can just see it to the north and to the west. You're surrounded like on 3 sides. So it's really picturesque. And then when you're actually in Denver in different spots, these just big boulder structures are just like sticking out in shopping plazas, like on the corner. You're like, all right, yeah, we're up here. Like you don't realize it, but you're up there. I will say this. I flew back, so I had to fly out of Denver coming back. And Denver International Airport is huge. But I stayed at a hotel not too far from the airport to make it easy. They had a shuttle to go to the airport in the morning. So I wanted to walk to get some food. So I saw this. It's, by the way, Denver is a very diverse city. It's kind of a little bit like Minneapolis. There's a lot of different cultures there. So I saw a Mediterranean restaurant. It's about a mile away. So I went for a walk to go pick up some food. I had nothing else to do, so I said, why not go pick up some food? So I wanted to go get some kebabs, and I wanted to go get some, a hero. Different sauce, not Greek. It wasn't Greek. It was like they had white sauce. It wasn't like tzatziki sauce with like
sauce. Okay.
It wasn't a cucumber yogurt. It was a different type of sauce. I guess it was more of an Indian sauce than it was a Greek sauce. Anyway, went for a walk. Said I'm going to eat it back at the hotel room. Took it back, and I was taking a shortcut through. Because I said, well, I'm walking and I'm following Google Maps and it's taking me around. I'm like, I can see the road that I'm going through. Let me just cut through this. Not a field, but it was because it's different terrain. It was dirt. But you could see trucks have driven through it and whatever, and it was not paved. So I'm walking, and I hear this chirping. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Like, it wasn't a bird, but it was a little different, almost like a...
Yeah, well, I mean, like chipmunks chirp.
Well, then I look to the left and to the right, and I see all these things scurrying around.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a prairie dog?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew someone had a pet. Yeah.
They are wild looking, number one, and they're right there. But they freak out if you drive. So I'm walking through... And I must have walked through a field, and I'm looking, I'm like, what are these craters? And you see the eyes looking out at you a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And you see them going down and then pop up in different areas. And they pop up and they turn their heads. And they look around.
Yeah.
Kind of like Caddyshack Gopher, popping up and looking around.
Yeah.
But these things were wild. And they're chirping, signals to another one, and another one pops up and chirps back, another one, and then 2 of them run in, and they run to different holes, and then when you walk by, they run back to these other holes. I never saw a prairie dog before in my life. They are wild. Are they everywhere in Colorado? They're just...
I don't know.
There were, surrounded by apartment buildings and hotels and strip malls, and this little field, there were hundreds and hundreds of prairie dogs just sitting there. Are they everywhere? Is it an infestation or is it a problem? Are they like deer, like in some places?
Yeah, that's weird. When I first moved here, one of my roommates, she had a prairie dog.
A prairie dog.
Kept it in a cage, and it bit me through that cage. It was kidding? Oh, I tell you, it was something. The teeth on that thing were pretty impressive.
Well, I thought they would be maybe a little dangerous because I was walking through with food, and when I say hundreds, I said, oh shit, this was a mistake. This is why nobody's walking through this path. Am I going to get attacked for this bag of food that I just walked through? But no, they were scared of me. You could tell they were all over the place. But they were everywhere. Walking back, I noticed them. I noticed them on the sides of the roads. I noticed them because you could see these mounds that they build. It's pretty wild.
I was just looking here. It says prairie dogs in the Denver area are common but contentious wildlife presence, as they are seen by some as native wildlife and others by pests due to their burrowing and potential for disease transmission.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because you don't hear about, I mean, you hear about rats in New York
Yeah.
and in D.C. and all these other places. I know they're a rodent, but there was so many in this one, I'm telling you, it was right behind a gas station to a road.
Is a
One
prairie
little
dog a
field.
rodent?
I would assume it's a rodent. It's got to be in the rodent family.
You would think.
I mean, aren't chipmunks in the rodent family? Squirrels?
You know what? I don't really know.
I know this
Yeah,
is
they
stupid.
are.
I just wanted
I
to
mean, they
ask.
look like rodents.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
do.
and they are.
They look like ferrets and different, whatever, chinchilla. I don't know.
I don't know what makes a rodent. So except for
I guess those teeth that bit you through the cage. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know rodents have pretty fierce teeth.
Yeah, that was my fault. I stuck my finger in there. It was being nice, but I shouldn't have trusted it.
Well, Denver was pretty amazing, and I was just shocked by the amount of prairie dogs. And they look cute as hell, but I'm glad you told me that, because I didn't want to go anywhere near one.
Yeah.
And if I'm ever surrounded by 100 again, I'll definitely start running.
Yeah, leave.
Like
I
in a
wonder if they
bad-
chase you. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun for you, not for me. Like in
Fun
a
to hear
bad
about.
movie.
Yeah.
There's another thing I want to ask you about, and have you
Okay.
ever heard of this? Because we are going on a vacation in a few weeks.
Right.
And I'm going to Turkey, Egypt, and Greece. So when I get there, I'm going to have to talk to the cab driver, and I'm going to have to get to the different spots that I'm going to in the hotels. So I know Google has the Google Translate and everything else, but Cher got me this thing. It's called Ear Dance,
All right.
and it's an earbud that you can use as headphones, like little earbuds. But you can leave your phone on, push the button to translate, and while you're walking around, anybody who's talking, it'll translate it and just translate it in your ear. Hundreds of languages in that one thing. It's just a few bucks. And it'll also do the reverse. So it could translate, you pick the two languages, you want it from Turkish to English or
Yeah, exactly.
whatever. So we were just practicing, because she's Filipino, so I don't speak Filipino, so we were practicing, just say, okay, English to Filipino. And I could say something and press the button, and it would say it for me in Tagalog. And she would say something, and it would transfer to English right in my earpiece. It was fantastic.
That's very cool that it's in your earpiece, and you're saying it's only a few dollars. So what do you mean, like
it's only like $25-$30.
Really?
Yeah, and it's fantastic. And it comes in a little case, like a little Bose case.
Yeah.
And I have it, and I can't wait to try it out. I'm going to screw it up. I'll put Lebanese or something, and I'll be trying to talk to some other people in the wrong language. But
No, I mean you're in one country.
Right.
You'll set it, and then you'll be good.
Exactly.
I mean, at least I'm sure there's different dialects in certain places
You're
or
right.
different, whatever. But at the same time, and this is going to be a tremendous help.
Yes, exactly.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
So I'm going to tell you about it when I get back, and I'll probably tell you about it in England when we meet up. But I'm looking forward to this trip. It's only a few weeks away. We got a few weeks of football. We're going to be on hiatus for a couple of weeks. We're going to try and do a couple of things, and then maybe we'll post something that has to do with our trip. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So football's been a nightmare for me. I'm
You
feeling
had a good
horrible.
week the
One
first
week.
week.
First week
One
was okay.
last week. We'll
Last
see what
week was
happens.
awful. This week was awful. I'm going to be negative right now. I'm going to try to move into positivity next week, but this week I'm feeling shitty.
There was a lot of surprises, so I think a lot of people did. Trust me, I think a lot of people did.
Okay.
We're going to go over last week's games. We're going to go over Thursday's game to start. Thursday, Dolphins 21, the Bills 31.
Yeah.
They didn't cover.
And of course they didn't cover.
And at the last minute, I said, you know what? Dolphins are going to keep this close. It was rough just to watch them. Like, wow, they're playing actually pretty good.
I mean, they
They're a
scored a
terrible
good
team.
amount the week before too. I mean, they lost.
I should have taken into account Josh Allen's broken nose. If I took into account Josh Allen's broken nose, I would have given him 5 more points to the other team and said, oh, okay, they're not going to cover.
I didn't even know he had a broken nose.
The week before, he got hit right through the face mask with a hand, and he said he was wearing cover up and whatever to not show his black eyes, and you saw a big bruise on his nose because he got hurt. pretty
Really?
bad.
Why the hell is he wearing cover up? Come on now.
I don't know.
Could be
Just
have
TV
black
interviews,
eyes.
whatever. Yeah,
Have black-
I'm sure it
okay.
was pretty brutal. Like
All
a
right.
boxer afterwards who wears sunglasses.
Okay.
I'm sure it was pretty brutal. And he wore a face mask for the first time since college.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
That there was nothing there. I expect the Dolphins to go through a lot of changes. I think that they shouldn't do a damn thing until the end of the year, because what's going to happen is if they play better, if they fire the head coach and play better through the offensive coordinator, whatever, it's the same thing. They're going to wind up next year hiring this guy as the coach and then find out it's all the same shit anyway because it's the same philosophy as the head coach. Mm-hmm. They need a clean slate there. They really do. They got a lot of problems. Tua doesn't look like the same guy. He played better, but every time Tua looks like he's going to scramble, and he used to be a scrambling quarterback in college, They're all like, get down, because they're afraid he's going to get a concussion and be knocked out. And they still haven't solved their backup quarterback problem, which is, by the way, the theme of this week. There was 5 backup quarterbacks in, which was huge.
You mentioned that.
The next game was the biggest shocker. It's a local team. My team against a local team, and my team did put 1 point up on the board. I couldn't believe it. The Falcons got shut out by the Panthers.
Yeah.
Falcons 0, Panthers 30. On the road, they came off a big road win, the Falcons, against Minnesota the week before, and they laid an egg. The Panthers, they got a running game. I don't care what anybody says. Their quarterback is so hot and cold. He won't be there in 2 years. Mark my words. They may get another year out of him next year, and then draft
How long's
the
he
guy
been
whatever.
there?
2 years.
Okay,
He's going to get through his rookie contract, and they will look for somebody else because it's just too erratic.
Okay, so
I think the Panthers have problems. They got a good rookie receiver, but other than that, the Panthers have problems.
I'll probably end up picking him.
But Falcons didn't do anything, and they got all the talent in the world. You look at the Falcons; they should be putting points on the board every week. Points on the board, no matter what. I expect them to score 21 to 28 points with their offense. They got 2 stud running backs. They got a quarterback who's young, but it is his second year technically. It's his first year starting. They got Pitts. They got a defense that's really, really fast and running. They couldn't do anything against Carolina. Division rival. Took it a little too lightly because Carolina's supposed to suck. Yeah. Got put behind the 8 ball and then pushed to try and score, but still, it was terrible. So you thought that game was a shocker. The next game was the biggest shocker of the week. Packers 10.
Right.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
With Flacco.
Yeah.
13.
I saw Flacco's reaction when that kick went through.
Crap.
The win.
Holy crap. We'll talk about reactions to kicks in a minute. Holy crap. That was unbelievable. That was the fact that the Packers lost to the Browns. I know they have a defense, but Packers should not ever be that flat. They were so flat, they couldn't do anything. It was just the defense coming at him. Love, who's supposed to be, maybe an MVP candidate this year, nothing.
And there was a decent spread on that, wasn't there?
9.
Yeah.
That's a 12-point swing.
Mm-hmm.
The game that I kind of saw happening, but I didn't see the demise of this team 3 weeks in a row. The Texans 10, the Jaguars 17. That's a division game. I thought it was going to be tight. The spread was tight. The spread was only 1.5. I picked the Jaguars, but Houston has been flat. They have weapons. They still need their running back because he's been out. Collins is there. I don't know what's going on with Stroud. Is it a second or third year slump? I think that they'll turn it around. The problem is
they're 0-3 then.
Yeah, the problem is that division. The Colts went up to a 3-0 start, and the Jaguars are 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
So they're behind the 8 ball right now.
Kind of like the Jets. Anyway, move on.
We're gonna get to that.
I know
one.
you will.
The Bengals.
Yes, the Bengals. Oh,
the Vikings.
Son of a bitch, man.
The battle of 2 backup quarterbacks.
I didn't even know they were both backups.
Yes.
So what happened with? I'm not paying any attention.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The week before. So Browning, who played for them pretty well and brought them back and won the game that Burrow went out on the week before, it was not good. They couldn't get the ball to Chase. They couldn't get the ball to their weapons. They really didn't move the ball at all. Minnesota, on the other hand, 48 points by Carson Wentz, their backup quarterback, who's on 6 teams in 6 years.
Right.
Okay.
And he wasn't good to go to the Super Bowl.
He was signed in training camp, meaning in August, to be the backup. So he was in that system ready to go. Okay. And the kid who got hurt, McCarthy, when he sat, Wentz just steps right in because he has more experience than the kid anyway. Because this is the kid's first year starting anyway.
Yeah. So did Carson Wentz make it to the Super Bowl?
Carson Wentz, I believe, lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he made it, but he lost.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I mean, he had a great year and then got traded that next year, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't go with Philly after that.
No.
It's interesting. And then he's been jumping around ever since.
Yes.
I believe that.
Team to team.
I mean, if Carson Wentz is starting next week, I'm gonna pick Minnesota.
I do believe he's starting next week. I think it was a head thing or an ankle, whichever was with McCarthy. But either way, I think Wentz is going to play one more week because he played well enough to let them sit.
And that right there, if he has 2 great games in a row, that's enough for him to get signed again somewhere else next year
for a 7th team.
Yeah,
for a 7th team.
And that's how crazy this sport is.
I know, and it might be the Saints.
Right? Who knows?
Saints
He'd
nothing.
look good in black and gold.
Okay, well, black and gold could be the Steelers. Going to the Steelers.
Steelers could be
on the road against the Patriots. Steelers 21, Patriots 14.
This was
the Pittsburgh Steelers were given that game by the Patriots. I picked the Patriots because I see what the Steelers are. They're a lucky team. Their defense Okay. Intercepted the ball when they were going in. May had a bad pass, okay? And he threw an interception in the red zone. Then another fumble. Then another fumble. A fumble at the goal line that was recovered by Pittsburgh to bring it out to the 20. 3 fumbles, an interception, and then the last play of the game was the guy in New England crossed the first down marker with the ball. It was 4th down, and then tried to make a move to go back short and went backwards to try and make a play and didn't make the first down marker again, and the game ended like that. Aaron Rodgers didn't deserve that win. It wasn't that great. 21-14. It should have been a score more like 28-21. Neither here nor there. I'm a little bit bitter because I don't like the Steelers. Rodgers does not look good, but they're a 2-1 team. They're always a 2-1 team.
God, it annoys the shit out of me. It annoys me that he has a winning record, even though it's only 3 games in.
One of the games of the week, especially ending of the game. Did you see the ending of the Rams against the Eagles?
No, I was told about it.
Okay.
I was told about it. I did not watch it, but it sounded amazing.
The Rams are a powerhouse team. They really are. They got unlucky by facing the Eagles, but at the end of the game is where they lost the game. The Rams dominated pretty much most of that game. And then the Eagles slowly crept back into it until the end.
Didn't they score like 3 touchdowns in the last quarter?
Yeah, until the end. When there was a kick and it was blocked. And ran back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's how the Eagles won the game. And that's how they covered.
So they were down by 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even choose that game. That annoys me. I would have gotten at least that one covering, even whatever.
The Rams played a great game, and I would not be surprised if this is a playoff game at some point, and that game will be determined by the fact that who's going to have home field is because of this game.
Right.
It was that good of a game. The passing offense woke up. Saquon Barkley will not have 2,000 yards this year. He doesn't need it. He had it last year because people weren't expecting it. Now all they're doing is gearing up to block him and Hurts. If he gets 70 yards a game, he's going to do what he needs to do on that team because Hurts will get another 50 or 40, and then they'll bring in another running back for another 30, and then they dink and dunk and pass, and that's it. The tush push will be gone next year unless they say specifically they're going to have to officiate it different.
You think, okay. And it's been around forever, right?
2.5 years, 3 years.
Wait, tush push. Oh,
tush push is that quarterback sneak
I know.
where everybody gets behind
Everyone
him and
gets
pushes,
behind him and
and it's
pushes.
really low, and they're huddled in so tight. They usually never huddled in that tight. And it's almost like an arrow. Like they're so tight.
Gotcha.
But what happens is that
that's recent.
The two guys next to the center, they're looking at the ball. They move before the ball a little bit a lot of times, and it's called a false start. And it shouldn't only be a yard anymore. It should be 6 yards. But they do it every time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Next game is your game, which was the most unbelievable premature celebration I have ever seen in my life. And I'm going to pause right now so Brian can watch it.
When did this blocked field goal happen?
The blocked field goal or punt or whatever it was happened literally a minute left in the game. And they went up. And the Jets were going to win this game.
I don't even get to watch football, so.
By 1 point. The Jets were up by 1 because they ran it back for a touchdown. And that's why Aaron Glenn was running along the sideline, and he went in the end zone, and he started doing this strut.
Yep.
And he's like, yes.
And I saw the play of the player running in for the touchdown.
And then, who's your boy? Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Does what he does. 3 games in a row. 3 weeks in a row this season. Last drive, game-winning field goal. 3 weeks in a row. Week 1, week 2, week 3. He did it again. Unbelievable. I know he beat your team, even though last week you said Tampa Bay's this is their time.
I also picked Tampa.
Yeah.
But they didn't cover.
They didn't cover. But that was amazing that they actually came back and won that game. They stole it from Aaron Glenn's celebration. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's with a backup quarterback. That's with Tyrod Taylor, because Jets quarterback is out. We'll see if he's out another week or two. But that's...
The whole thing's sad.
It is very, very sad. The
Yeah.
Jets and the Giants are both 0-3. New York has nothing to celebrate, and I think the Mets were collapsing too. So they're like talking about this other news.
I mean, New York does. Freaking the Bills. They're right. 3-0.
Yeah.
The opposite.
Yep. I was wrong. I was wrong about Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, the Colts quarterback, because he's looking pretty good, huh?
Colts 41.
Yeah.
Titans 20. Now, my Titans are terrible, okay? They are terrible. They have a rookie quarterback. They're figuring things out. New coach, this and everything. But 41 points against anybody in the NFL is huge. On the road,
And once you start scoring, when you're playing and you're playing game week 1, week 2, week 3, and you're not only winning, but you're scoring points.
I think they punted once in that game.
Yeah, it's right. So
Yeah,
they've
they're
been
scoring.
They are scoring.
Their running back. Their running back is running through people, running over people. He's waking up. Daniel Jones is hitting people. I don't understand their defense. I didn't think their defense was this good. They're in a weak division, but they won a division game.
Yeah.
So between them and Houston and Jacksonville, because Tennessee's not going anywhere. Tennessee's 0-3.
I mean, 0-3. We've seen it before. But you got to turn it around now. You got to win the next 5. You got to be that. They won 5 in a row. They're 5-3, and then see what happens.
The difference is 0-3. If you play division opponents, that's where it hurts you.
Well, but you got really what? Well, like one or two. One or two of those teams max is a division rival, right?
Some of the 0-3 teams have played 2 division games.
Okay, so yeah, that does hurt, but okay.
Well, I just say
Colts, I don't know.
I just say the Colts. They're on a hot streak. If they can ride this heater for a couple more games, they'll just glide into the playoffs, winning that division. Even if they win at 500, they win that division. If Jacksonville stumbles. And Tennessee and Houston are both 0-3.
Yeah, I could see I hope Jacksonville does well.
I like Jacksonville to do well because I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Next game is Las Vegas Raiders.
Ugh, another one I was
24
so wrong about.
The Commanders, 41 with a backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Pulled off of the pile. Yes. Here's the thing that I noticed, and I always say this, and this is the first time, really, this is the first time if you think about it, that a coach did this, and I don't understand why it isn't done all the time. If you have a stand-up quarterback and a pocket passer, why is his backup a scrambling running quarterback? The line has to do different things. Daniels, for the Commanders, is a scrambling quarterback who throws on the run and can get your first downs with his feet. That's Mariota.
Right.
So they didn't have to change their game plan very much. And he's a veteran. He's a veteran backup. He's never really good for a starter for a whole season. They figure him out, whatever, blah, blah. But he does have the same exact playing style as Daniels.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which means you don't have to change much, coach. Call the same plays. The players are used to it. Hey, the handoff is to the left. He scoots out to the right. It's a play action pass. He rolls to the left. He could do that easily. It's not a stiff pocket passer standing up. It's not Brady in the pocket all the time.
Right.
Brady didn't scramble. So why were his backups scrambling quarterbacks? It never made sense to me. When Michael Vick's backup quarterback was a veteran pocket passer and Michael Vick gets hurt, what do you do?
Right.
It never made sense to me. He did exactly what he needed to. They dominated this game. The Raiders are still trying to figure it out. Geno Smith needs to wake up and figure something out here because he's not in Seattle anymore.
Yeah, I'm putting all my eggs in like the Pete Carroll basket I don't think the Raiders have won me anything yet.
They've been struggling. They've been close, but they've been struggling. And their rookie running back is complaining already. Not enough touches, not enough carries. You're a rookie. Shut up.
Right. Yeah. Come on now.
Okay. Tommy's Denver Broncos. And I got a comment in the comments section saying, you just breezed by the Broncos. I'm like, yeah, the Broncos haven't really done much. I'm sorry. But they haven't done much this year. Broncos 20, Chargers 23. The Broncos are a team that's close. I'm sorry, Broncos fans. I'm sorry to the guy who texted me in the comments. I'm sorry. But I really have to root because Herbert always disappoints. That team always disappoints. I'm not a huge Harbaugh fan, but he does win. Somehow they won that game that they shouldn't have. That throw was one that you see almost nobody make. It's like a Mahomes type throw. It was an unbelievable pass for a guy who has been known in the past to push too much, great pocket passer, but at the end really not come through because they just falter at the end. And this was him coming back and winning it at the end. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
I do like him.
Your Saints have problems.
Yeah.
And they were on the road against Seattle.
I think any team that has me as a fan has a problem.
Well, the Saints 13, the Seahawks 44. Now, once again, I'm going to say another ex-Jet somehow is doing well.
Right.
After Minnesota dumped him. I thought it was a mistake. He's playing very well. He's getting that team going. The offense is moving. Their running backs are doing what they need to do. He's got one stud receiver. That's it. But you know what? They're moving the ball And to score 44 points at home against anybody, this isn't college. They're pros. And he beat up on the Saints pretty good. So
I'm happy for him.
I don't know what the Saints are going to do. Quarterback, everything else. They look discombobulated all over the place.
I mean, Sam Darnold did well before they got rid of him, right? They just didn't think he was the future.
They didn't want to give him a big contract in Minnesota because they drafted McCarthy, not expecting Darnold to have the year he had last year. So if they drafted a kid in the first round,
I get
he
it.
got hurt in preseason, Darnold came in and lit it up. Now, yes, Darnold had weapons in Minnesota. I didn't expect him to do well. This is what confidence could do to you. A boost of confidence can turn things around for you.
Oh, yeah.
So he went to Seattle, and people are believing in him in Seattle.
He believes in himself, too.
You're right.
Because he called me and he told me. We're friends now. Oh,
Okay.
God. What's
He's
up?
probably friends with a lot of ex-Jet quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing now. This team, I picked them to win, and I can't be upset that they lost because the Cowboys 14, the Bears 31. That was a
Right.
shock.
It was.
The Bears turned into trick play Lions a little bit. They did what they needed to do. The Cowboys, their receiver got hurt. We'll see what happens. I think it's a high ankle sprain. Prescott cannot put it together. Ever since that last week, I think they got lucky against the Giants. Let's tell the truth. They just aired it out. Everything was aired out. There was no defense on either. How Dallas let Chicago, who shit the bed against the Lions the week before, score 31 against Dallas? Come on.
Doesn't that, like, when they get their ass kicked, I mean, it doesn't always give you incentive. I mean, it's supposed to.
It gives you incentive to play well and to toughen up, but not usually to kick somebody else's ass who's supposed to be a superior talent.
Yeah.
Dallas was supposed to be definitely a much more powerful offense and a much more formidable opponent than 14-31. Come on. I'm happy that Dallas lost. I'm probably never going to pick him again this year because I can't stand him unless they're, of course, against the Giants. But yeah, that's about it. But I just don't see it. I don't see it with Dallas. Chicago, they won a game. Good for them. I don't expect them to be that good. I expect them to slowly climb. If they do what the Detroit Lions do, people have to study the coach to see what his tendencies are. It's still tough to defend because a lot of trick plays.
Oh, and going on forward on fourth all the time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Arizona, 15. The Niners, 16. The Niners with a backup quarterback again, with another injury again. Somehow pull off the game by 1 point against Arizona. Arizona was 2-0.
Arizona was 2-0. Was Arizona the favorite?
And now,
They were, weren't
Yeah.
they?
Mhm.
Yeah, by like 3 or something.
yep, Arizona, -1. So, yeah, it's tough because of all the injuries. So San Francisco covered that game.
Are most of these people that are quarterback, the backups, are most of them coming back again next week?
Yes. Brock Purdy may play next week. He was questionable this week. He may. But Browning for Cincinnati is playing next week. I think Daniels is probably sitting again for Washington. Minnesota's quarterback is on a week-to-week thing right now. They're not sure if he's going to sit. And who are the other ones?
I don't even know.
I know.
You said there were 5.
Oh, and the Jets quarterback.
Oh, right, and he's not going to be back.
I don't think he was in protocol, so I don't think he's going to be back. Yeah, it's gonna be another week of bet with your heart and not your head because you don't know enough. Next game was an easy game. The Giants could do nothing.
Against
Chiefs 22, the Giants 9. The Giants had chances in this game, and I'm going to say it, and I hate to say it because I really loved him when he was with Seattle, and I didn't think he got a really fair shake in Denver because the coach and him just didn't mesh.
Right.
In Pittsburgh, he should have been put in instead of Fields, but he got the
Wilson.
start. But Wilson, yeah, I think that this is it. I think if they don't start, they were booing the first half. They were booing in plays. They were cheering when Dart came in on a third down package on the 10-yard line. They were cheering him, and they were booing when Russell Wilson came back out.
Oh,
That's New York. It's
I
New
know,
York, Philly,
I know.
Boston. They all do the same shit. That Northeast corridor is crazy.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter about all of it is, do they think they have a better chance with Wilson or Dart? Wilson lit it up last week against Dallas. 300-something yards, a bunch of touchdowns. What they don't talk about, yeah, he had a great game. He threw the game-losing interception in the last minute of the game to lose.
Right.
So there is something there to say. He threw bad interceptions. The last 4 plays of the game were pathetic. He threw it out of the end zone. It's 4th and goal. Why are you throwing it over the end zone? Throw it into traffic.
Right.
Throw it to anybody.
Exactly.
Throw it to somebody who's covered. You're gonna lose if you throw it over, you're gonna lose the game because time expires.
Right.
So why are you throwing it out of the end zone? He hit the goalpost, I think.
That's
he hit
crazy.
The crossbar. Why are you throwing it? What are you doing? Saving your life? Doesn't matter. Throw the ball. Throw it in the air, straight up in the air, and hope that somebody doesn't jump over.
Right.
I mean,
hey guys, come back. Just throw really high.
I would run to the 50-yard line and throw it as far as I could, just to say, hey, at least somebody's got a chance to throw it in the middle of the end zone and see what happens. Even if it's an interception, the game's over anyway.
Right. Doesn't matter.
It was insane. They're calling for Dart. The problem is this week, if it's Dart at home, I think they're playing the Chargers. I don't think it's a great game because they got a pretty good defense.
But really, I would be screaming for Dart too. Give him experience.
Absolutely.
Let him get his ass kicked. See what happens.
Well, that's the thing. Temperamental. New quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks, when they get their ass kicked, they could turn. Something can happen. They could turn.
I mean, they could also get hurt
confidence,
too.
Yeah. Well, the hurt is. I'm not worried about the hurt as much because the game is just hurt. But the confidence is what I'm talking about. And the last game is on tonight because we're recording Monday night, and it didn't happen yet. And so far,
Who is it?
So far, the only team that won out of all my teams is Seattle because Tennessee didn't win and Atlanta didn't win, and they both got blown out. And I'm afraid of this game tonight because it's the Detroit Lions on the road against the Baltimore Ravens. And the spread is 6. I expect Baltimore to win this game. I expect Detroit to keep close to the first half, maybe, and then Baltimore take over, ball control, run.
Yeah, I'm sorry, John. I picked Detroit, so it's not looking good for them. Did you say they're getting 6?
I know, and I picked Baltimore because I expect to lose 6 points. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. I was just hoping they're coming off a big week, but yeah,
they're coming off a big win, which was a surprise
and a lot of points.
But they did play Chicago. I don't know. They played. It's one of those things. Baltimore, I think, though, has something to prove. It is a Monday night game, and we'll see. And by the way, next week starts international games, so you got to be prepared for that.
Oh God, I'm not prepared for anything.
Would you like to go to week 4 and see what's coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. First game of the week in week 4, Thursday night. Seattle is coming off a big win, is playing Arizona in Arizona, and the spread is 1.5.
Seattle's getting 1.5.
Seattle's getting 1.5.
Yeah, I wrote down Seattle already. I'm making my picks right now.
Okay. And I have Seattle too. I think that Connor being hurt, the running back for Arizona, is kind of a big deal. But I also think Seattle, confidence-wise, they could take control of this division. I think it's Seattle and San Francisco's division right now. But we'll see. The Rams, that's the thing. The Rams, Seattle, San Francisco, they all look like they're doing good. Arizona, they all look like they're doing good, but they didn't play each other yet.
Wait, the Rams are
the Rams
or Herbert?
San Francisco, no.
Stafford. Got it switched up again.
Okay.
Those two.
NFC, AFC. The Rams.
That doesn't do anything for me.
The Rams, San Francisco, Seattle, and Arizona are all in the same division, and they all look pretty good. I think Arizona's probably the weakest of the group. So I'm hoping that Seattle takes care of them because they're going to have a battle on their hands when they play the Rams, and they're going to have a battle on their hands when they play San Francisco. I'm going with Seattle in this game. A hunch, whatever. It is in Arizona. We'll see. The Vikings on the road in Pittsburgh, who's also on the road because they're playing in Dublin.
Vikings are playing Pittsburgh in Dublin.
I'm pretty sure this is the game, the early game on Sunday morning that's overseas.
Okay, I am hoping that this won't agree with Rodgers and that he eats some bad food and gets very ill, but still plays. Vikings.
The Vikings are favored by 1.5, so they give 1.5 to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I
expect this game to be close overseas.
Right.
I expect the Vikings and Carson Wentz to go in and play good game against Pittsburgh, who really didn't deserve that win in New England. They were on the road in New England, went home, and now they're going back overseas. I'm picking Minnesota.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Pittsburgh.
I do think Pittsburgh travels well internationally, so I think they're going to have a big fan base, and I don't think Minnesota's going to have as big a fan base, but that's neither here nor there. The Commanders are on the road.
Still with their backup?
Still with the backup as we know right now. Are favored by 2.5 against the goose egg Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta.
And the goose egg, that also, they got shut out 30-0 in Atlanta.
No, in Carolina.
They were in Carolina.
But here's the thing. Mariota used to be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. So if he does start, he's going back home against the Atlanta Falcons.
When was Mariota? Where was he last year? And when was the last time he started?
He was back up.
He was back up last year and the year before and the year before. He's been around.
For a
He's
couple
like
years.
in
Yeah,
his
he's been around for a while.
mid-30s.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Falcons haven't given me any reason to want to go for them. But
Other
I
than
mean,
the fact that they beat up on Minnesota in Minnesota, who was a powerhouse team. Like, it's crazy. Atlanta's such a hot and cold team. They piss me off because they have so many weapons. They could win this game by 14 or they could lose this game by 30 because you don't know.
Right.
They're like Jekyll and Hyde. They
Right.
really are Jekyll and Hyde.
yeah. So
I'm going with the Commanders. I think that they're just a well-rounded team, no matter who they play.
okay, there you go. Well, I wrote down Washington, so so far we're the same.
Oh, all right. New Orleans Saints on the road against the biggest spread I've seen in the NFL. It's like a college spread. In years and years and years, I don't remember a spread being this big.
Okay.
Buffalo is favored by 16.5 points in a professional game.
Okay, I want to say that there was a spread bigger than that last year or around that.
When they were when they were benching people at the end of the season.
I don't
maybe?
know.
I don't
Really?
know. I don't remember. 16.5 points.
16
is
and a half.
over 2 touchdowns and a field goal
Yes.
to win the game.
I'm only remembering Bills. Who's the piece of shit that they're not going to do good against? Who they playing?
They're playing
Who's
against
getting
the Saints.
the Saints?
The Saints on the road in Buffalo. The Saints were just beaten on the road by Seattle. So they're coming back from Washington State. They were beaten 44-13. And now they're going on the road to play
Buffalo.
the Buffalo Bills.
To see Buffalo. Like, I would go Buffalo.
16.5 points is so scary to
Yeah,
give. Because in the end, when you sit everybody because you're winning by 20, you're like, oh, and they get a garbage time touchdown. You're like, I hate you. That's such a bad beat, but I hate you. But
Would you ever have thought that'd be 30-0 Carolina beating the Falcons?
No.
I mean, it's just and again, they could lose. Buffalo could lose, but I'm going to pick Buffalo.
I'm going to pick Buffalo as well, even though they only beat Miami by 10. I
Right.
think that they're much
That was
better.
12.5. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. The Browns, who come off a big victory, are on the road against the Detroit Lions. And the Lions haven't even played yet. And the spread for this game in Detroit, the spread for this game is 8.5.
Oh, and if I had to pick now, I'd pick Detroit. But it all depends on what happens tonight. Because if Detroit, is barely hanging in tonight, maybe not.
Detroit's on the road on Monday night. Short week coming back, going home. If they just look okay offensively, I'm picking Detroit. The Titans in a division game, they haven't won anything yet, against their other division rival who hasn't won anything yet either. Titans against the Texans in Houston. Texans are favored by 7.
Texans I would go for. And that's just because they're due.
Yes, they're both due, and I actually think I'm taking the Titans because I think the Texans are going to win the game by 3 to 5 points. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking matching field goal for touchdown.
So
field goal for
Titans, you
touchdown.
think they've got a...
No, I think they got a rookie quarterback, and I think right now the pressure of the fact that Texans have to dominate this Titans team. Titans are going in like, we got a rookie quarterback and a new coach. We're just going to play. Houston's supposed to win the division.
Right.
Houston was a team that was predicted to win the division, and now they're going home. They can't go behind. That's just what I'm looking at.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. But the Colts dominated the Titans in Tennessee, and now they're going on the road. Tennessee, Houston, it's not that far. It's okay. The Panthers, the mighty, mighty Panthers, are on the road against New England, who blew the game against Pittsburgh easily. They blew it.
And you said that they
4
were...
turnovers or 5 turnovers. I think it was 5 turnovers in that game.
They had 5 turnovers.
New England had 2 interceptions or 1 interception and 4 fumbles when they had the ball turned over to Pittsburgh, and they only lost by a touchdown. So it's the Panthers at the Patriots. Patriots are favored by 4.5.
I think I'm going to go Panthers for, hey, man, they're feeling good about themselves. Why the hell not?
I'm going New England.
Yeah.
I'm going New England just because they know they shouldn't have lost last week. I think they'll clean up the fumbles. They actually brought a second running back in for most of the second part of the game after the other guy fumbled twice. And the bad interception was just, there was no excuse. I think they'll clean it up. I think they won't be afraid as much. So I'm hoping the Patriots win. And I never say that. But it doesn't matter because the Patriots are going nowhere in that division anyway. Buffalo's taking it. And the rest of them are going to be sitting home for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, for the Jets.
Russell Wilson's last game, if they decide to play him, is the LA Chargers. -5.5 against the New York Giants. And Russell Wilson, maybe he plays the first couple of things before the crowd boos him off and they put in Jackson Dart. It's a 5.5 point spread against the Chargers,
Chargers.
who pulled one out last week.
Yeah, who put one out. That's when you're saying with Herbert. I know.
That's Herbert, yes.
Only I'll forget next week. But I'm going to go with the Chargers. And I think I don't know if I picked them last week. But
Broncos and Chargers were last week.
I might have picked Broncos and lost.
I think the Chargers are a very, very well-rounded team offensively and defensively. The Giants' defense is tough. It's in New York. They have been embarrassed. If Dart gets in the game, I honestly think they're going to keep it close. I may pick the Giants to cover. They're not going to win this game, but I may pick the Giants to cover. The mighty Philadelphia Eagles, who pulled the game out of their ass last week.
Right. And they are 3-0, correct? No, yeah, they are.
Yes, are -3 against your Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road in Tampa. This is, to me, is one of the games of the week.
Right. And I guess what? Yeah, it is. And Tampa's getting 3.
Getting 3 points. And they've won every game
Yeah.
in the last second, in the last drive.
Wait, where did you say they were?
In Tampa.
In Tampa. I'm going Tampa.
This is a coin flip to me.
It is. It is a coin flip.
I really think it's going to be Philly winning the game, but I don't know if they're going to cover 3.
I mean,
and
they
then,
could
and then I
kill
said
them.
if they're winning the game, this might be the week where the letdown comes. They're both undefeated teams.
I know. I mean, really, I don't know why I'm picking Tampa. Because
I think I might
it
go
seems
opposite you and pick Philly, but
I know. I mean,
this is the last second call for me.
I might not.
look at
I might not pick. There's question marks with some of these picks, literally.
Here's
next to them.
another team that lost this past week, but is back at home. The Rams are -3.5 points at home against the Colts, who are undefeated.
Yeah, and you know what? Sorry,
Colts.
Colts, you're about to lose because I'm picking you. I'm picking the Colts. You're going down, and you said they're getting 3.5.
They're getting 3.5 points.
So yeah, no, they still might cover, but no, they're gonna get killed probably. I think I'm gonna go with Colts because I've wanted to the last couple of weeks and I haven't.
The Rams deserve to win that game last week, and I'm going to say that they're going to come back this week and play again. I think that the Rams are just going to put it on the Colts this week. Another rematch of 2 championship teams. The Ravens are on the road, and they play tonight, and the spread is still the Ravens favored on the road, -2.5 against the Chiefs in Kansas City. The Chiefs have only won 1 game, and that 1 game they won was last night against the Giants. That's the only game they won this season.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens, and yeah, you never know what's going to happen, but I hope that KC doesn't even make the playoffs this year. Wouldn't that be great?
I mean, it would be great for me, not for the KC fans, but it would be fantastic for me to have somebody else new.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm fine. I'm fine with them taking a break.
Absolutely.
For a long time.
I'd like some new teams in there other than Detroit.
Right.
I want Detroit to be in there.
But yeah, no, I'm going to go with the Ravens being an underdog in Kansas City.
No, they're a favorite.
Oh, they're a favorite, rather. Meaning they're giving points.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they're giving
yes,
points.
they're giving points to Kansas City.
I think I'm going with Baltimore as well. I think Baltimore tonight, if they're just playing regular, steady, if this is a close game within a field goal with these 2 teams and they're just playing well, I got to go with the Ravens. The Chiefs game, one of the reasons why they won that game, which was incredible, was a play that Patrick Mahomes made, was the best defensive play by a player made this year was by Patrick Mahomes. The ball was thrown to the running back this past week. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball. It was a backwards pass, so considered a fumble. Pacheco didn't jump on it. The defender picked up the ball and started running. Patrick Mahomes ran over to the defender, punched the ball out of his hand, swatted down, and dove on it. And he saved a touchdown.
And
that was
got
momentum and got the ball back.
And got the ball back.
Yes. It was incredible.
Wow.
It was the most amazing. I can't stand that guy. He's so good.
Yeah.
It's like hating Michael Jordan. You can't hate him, but if he's not your guy on your team, you don't want him to win.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. You can.
But it was the most incredible play, and unbelievable. Next game is the Bears, who finally won a game, are on the road against Pete Carroll's Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders are favored by 1.5 points. The Raiders are favored against the Bears in Vegas.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess because they're in Vegas, but 1.5 could have been easily 3. It's usually what, a 3-point swing if you're even.
Usually they give you 3 points if you're just an average team at home.
If you're even with the other team,
playing at home, it's like home field advantage is 3 points.
Yeah. I have not done well with the Raiders, so I don't think I'm going to pick them.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Raiders in a bounce back game, only because artificial turf and grass. Chicago's an outdoor team.
Right.
They play on grass. This is turf. The Rays are faster on turf. That's why I'm picking them. That's it.
That's a smart reason.
That's all. I'm
yeah,
playing.
I've got
That's
no
the only
real
thing I'm going
reason.
on.
So I've got. I wonder.
It's a close game, and I think they'll pull this one out. I don't think either one of these teams are destined for playoffs, but I think that they're both evenly matched. I'm just giving the Raiders. I mean, it may be a 1-point game and they lose by half a point, but I think it's within 3. I think it's within 3 points. Green Bay, who laid an egg against Cleveland.
Yes.
Is favored by 6 points on the road to the Cowboys.
And, jeez.
NFC teams, the Cowboys, woof.
And they both seem like they would be teams that, they both got so much to lose by losing this game.
Huge. The Cowboys were on the road and they lost to the Bears. Now they're playing another team in that same division. I don't know. And Green Bay got embarrassed.
I know they did. That's kind of why I want to pick them.
I'm picking Green Bay.
Yeah.
6 points is a lot to give. Although CeeDee Lamb is hurt for the Cowboys, which may make a difference. So we'll see. I don't think he's going to play this week. So they lost their number 1 receiver.
And you said that they are playing where and getting
in Dallas.
They're playing in Dallas, and Green Bay is getting.
Green Bay is giving 6 points.
6, and Dallas is home.
And Dallas has a kicker with a leg that can hit 65.
That makes me think about making that Dallas.
I'm not trying to influence you. This is just a scary spread in Dallas because they're a desperate team too.
They are desperate, and they're getting points at home. And more people should be trying 65-yard field goals.
If they go 1-3, if Dallas goes 1-3, Jerry Jones is going to turn purple on the sidelines. And guess what? All his plastic surgery scars are going to open up. He's going to be out of control.
Have you watched any of that show?
No.
I watched, I think, 1 episode. And I mean, it was pretty good. I don't know why I didn't go back.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm too into sports right now.
Yeah.
Your team.
My
this time
team.
is your team. The Jets
are
on the road.
Oh, they are,
I
aren't they?
believe this is a Sunday night game. They're on the road against the mighty, mighty, mighty Miami Dolphins.
And this is a problem because
the Dolphins are favored by 2.5.
As they should be. They should be favored by, the Jets should be getting 5 in this game. You said, so wait, they're favored by 2.5, so they're playing in Miami.
Miami's favored by 2.5. They're playing in Miami.
Right. So it's and you know what, man? I'm going for the Jets because well, I shouldn't.
Tyrod Taylor is a veteran quarterback. I'm giving you reasons for both. Tyrod Taylor is a veteran quarterback. He actually played not terrible this past week.
I don't know who this Tyrod Taylor is.
He's been on multiple teams, but he used to be the starting quarterback / then moved to the backup quarterback for the Buffalo Bills before Josh Allen.
Right. So in other words, he had a very short little job. At the Bills.
Let me just say this: the Jets should have won that game in Tampa. They lost. They scored 27 points with a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
But now they have to go from Tampa, which is on the road, back home, and then Sunday night back to Florida again to Miami. But the Jets are very, very capable of putting up points.
Yeah, they have been, and I'm probably going to pick the Jets. This is a coin flip
game to me.
But yeah,
Miami, you got to see if they got any heart. They are 0-3 in the worst way. This is Miami's going to throw everything and the kitchen sink at them,
as the Jets should too.
And the Jets there's
it's
no
the same
win.
Thing.
Neither team.
Right, neither team. It's like it's right now. I mean, this is a big deal.
The difference is that the Jets have a first-year coach with his first, so he's going to have a lot of grace. Miami is playing for the jobs. All of them. They're playing for the jobs because this is going to be a transition year. If Miami loses 0-4, they may fire the GM, the head coach, and trade the star wide receiver out. So
as of right now, Jets. I went against them last week. I got no problem picking against them because it's a win. Even if, like I thought last week, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go against them. And if they win, that'll be great. But no, they lost by freaking 2, and it was a lose-lose.
Yeah, that's it. I think this is gonna be a week of Miami trying to stay home and just trying to, because Miami played on Thursday, so they got 10 days. They got 10 days to prepare for the Jets. If Taylor is in, I'm picking Miami. If Fields is in, I'm picking the Jets. I'm going to wait for the injury report to see what happens. Last game of the week. Last game. Cincinnati Bengals with the backup quarterback who's going to be in basically for the rest of the season because Burrow's out till December if he comes back.
Okay, that went over my head. If it was said to me, I completely forgot about it.
But they have weapons. They really did well the first week when Burrow got hurt, but last week, not so good. So it's Cincinnati on the road against the gorgeous, picturesque city of Denver. Denver's favored by 7.5 points on Monday night in the altitude against Cincinnati.
7.5.
Yeah. I think it's because it's not a rookie quarterback, but a backup quarterback. And I also think it's because he really did look bad last week. But Denver's got to be coming off a heartbreaking division loss against the Chargers on the road. To me, this is a tough game to call, even to win, because I think this is a really close game. I don't expect it to be 7.5. I expect Cincinnati wide receivers to play well. Denver has a decent defense, and they held the Chargers to 23 points. I expect it to be a similar score. I think it's going to be a 23-20 game or a 24-27 game. That's what I think.
Right.
Who's going to win? I don't know.
But you're not picking Denver.
But I don't think I'm picking Denver for 7.5 points. No. I don't think either way that's it. I think I'm going with Cincinnati with the spread. And I think Denver might pull it out on a field goal at the end.
I don't know what the hell to do.
Well, you have until Thursday to text me all your picks so we could put them in the pool. Because right now, it's only 3 weeks in. We're all kind of in a muddle. So far, I've gone almost, if I win tonight's game, I went 500, and I went above 500 every week. So if I win tonight's game, I won 8 games and 1 push, which would be 8 wins and 7 losses. Last week was 10 wins and 6 losses. And the first week was 9 wins. 9 wins, 2 pushes. So, yeah.
You're doing good.
Well, but you have the best score so far.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, so we'll see what happens.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Brian doesn't care. Brian's going to do homework a little bit. Next week, we're going to push the spreads out.
And I'm going to watch the highlights next week.
Okay.
That's
next
gonna
week,
be my
maybe
plan.
watch some games on Sunday. We get together for watching a little bit of games.
I would watch it Sunday night. Like, I'm going to try to watch the Jets. If you think they're the Sunday night game, if they are, I'm going to watch it.
It's on the Sunday night game.
All right.
Okay. Why don't you bring Mabel over to my house? You can watch the game.
All right.
Okay. That's it.